sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How's everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Great Saiyaman. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So we do get the basic style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. So we do get the one right there on the front of the box, and on the window might does say SH Figuarts Great Saiyaman. Then we do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker, even though as of late there have been some quality control issues from Tamashii Nations. On the right side we do get a few images of the figure, the toy animation, warning, blah blah blah, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. Gee, that was a lot to say. And then here's the bottom of the box with the black and white image of the figure, and then same thing on the top right there. And then the one side of the box we do get the continuation of the window. Then the other side we get some more black and white images of Gohan there, and then the back of the box to show a bunch of silly and cool poses you can get Great Saiyaman into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at one of the most goofy characters that Toriyama ever created in Dragon Ball Z. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations knocked it out of the park with this Great Saiyaman. This was a figure I really didn't care for at all when they announced it, and even when it released, but now having it in hand, it's definitely their best figure they released so far, even though they released two figures so far in 2019, but they really did a fantastic job with Great Saiyaman here. There is a few issues. My main issue is the cape doesn't stay on too well. I mean, it does, but when you're articulating the figure around, it constantly pops off, so it gets extremely frustrating. And if you know me, you know I am not a fan of these hard plastic articulated capes, and we'll go over this more during the accessories. I'm going to take it off for now. Another issue, if you saw my toy unboxing of this, the lower portion of his gi, the green is a little off compared to the green on the actual torso right here. So some people might not be too happy about that. Tamashii Nations is known for doing that, especially with the skin tone colors. And then another thing is they went a little heavier on the orange or yellowish paint on the right boot compared to the left one, so it's a little more darker compared to that one there. But other than that, I have no other issues personally with my figure here. They just really did an awesome job with the figure. Now, this is the head sculpt that does come on the figure out of the packaging, which is the helmeted Great Saiyaman head sculpt, and this thing looks beautiful. Very nice paint all throughout it. I love the way the orange looks. Also a very clean paint as well. The silver mixed in, and then that navy blue type color. It's definitely a metallic navy blue, and it looks really nice. Same with on the visor. And then the face sculpt with the chin strap and everything looks pretty good. Very nice job on the helmet, and it's very easy to swap the heads. I'll show you that later. And the antennas, in case you break it, we do have an extra pair. The neck looks good with the black paint for the shirt, and the torso here, you can see it is where he tears off his cape. You can see where it's torn on his gi right there, which is pretty cool. I do like that little added touch to the figure there. We get some sculpted wrinkles throughout the gi, and I do like the shading that they added under the arms, so they are adding a little bit more. Definitely a big plus for that. Even on the sleeves they added a little bit as well, and then around the stomach area, so huge plus to Tamashii Nations for that. I feel like they should have added a little bit around under the belt as well. I think that would have looked nice. And then we get some nice sculpted wrinkles on the lower portion of the robe, and it is a very soft rubbery type plastic, does not hinder the articulation at all. Then you see some more of the shading on the back right there, some more sculpted wrinkles, and then when you have the cape off, there is a piece that you use to cover that, which we'll go over during the accessories. And then the arms turned out really nice, very nice sculpt all throughout it. The white gloves look pretty good with the sculpted wrinkles around the wrist, and we do get the little device or watch that helps him change into his Great Saiyaman costume. And then the legs here, nice sculpt all throughout. It kind of looks like the Trunks legs. Might actually be the same legs, I'm not sure. And for some reason, the left leg is more matte on mine compared to the right one. It's really not that big of a deal, though. I don't really care too much for that, but other than that, the legs did turn out really nice, and we do get the Saiyaman boots, which are pretty much the Vegeta type boots, and pretty much the same thing we see with Vegeta, the sculpted wrinkles around the ankles. And I do wish that they would add the darker shade of paint and the sculpted lines on the orange-yellow part there. And then the bottom, not too much going on. But overall, Tamashii Nations, like I said in the beginning, knocked it out of the park, or knocked it out of the galaxy with this Great Saiyaman, and they really could not done any better of a job when it comes to the paint and sculpt, besides maybe having the green match better with the lower portion and upper portion. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we got a bunch of awesome stuff included with this great Saiyaman. So first and foremost, as I said before, we will go over the cape during the accessories, and it is in two different parts here. So you have the piece that goes over Gohan, and it is a rubbery, soft type plastic, and then you do have the hard plastic articulated cape. We do have a ball peg right there as well, and the sculpt of it looks nice. It looks like there's some subtle shading around the wrinkles and everything, as you can see there. And the way you get this on is pretty simple. So I say put this piece on first, line it up with the peg hole, and then just peg this in like that, and then there you go, as simple as that. And it does cover the tears pretty well. Sometimes it's not perfect, so that might irritate some people, but I don't really mind it. But I plan on making a wired cloth cape, and like I said before, it does pop off easily when you're articulating the figure around, so that might get a bit irritating, and it doesn't make him too back heavy. You do have to balance him out right though, so we do get that. And when you don't have him using the cape, we get this piece here, and all you do is just peg that in, so there's not a big hole right there. And the way you get it out, push down on the bottom of it and it unpegs, and there you go, as simple as that to do that stuff. So we do get the cape and the piece to peg into his back, and then we do get 4 interchangeable heads and then 1 interchangeable lower face for the helmeted head. And starting on the left, we do get the helmeted Great Saiyaman interchangeable head right there, and then we do get 2 interchangeable lower faces. So we do have the basic stern one that is on the head, and then next to that we do have the yelling screaming one. I'll show you how to swap those in a second. And then we do get the bandana and sunglasses Great Saiyaman head right there, which looks great. All the faces have some fantastic sculpt and paint, besides the next one, which is the unmasked powered down or base form head. The face sculpt is definitely off on that one, but everything else does look great on it. And then we do get one of my favorites, which is the unmasked Super Saiyan head sculpt, and they did a fantastic job throughout that face, on the hair with the shading and everything. Just all the faces, like I said, look great. It's just that unmasked powered down one, the face sculpt is just off a little bit. I don't know if his cheeks are too puffy or something. It's something that is off about it, and they're all very simple to swap out. I'll show you how to do all that right now. And swapping the heads and faces is pretty basic when it comes to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. Now for the bandana and sunglasses Saiyaman head here, I forgot to mention that the tie, the bandana tie in the back, can swivel around, so definitely cool that they added that on there. But the way you swap all the heads is the same, so you just pull up until you pop the head off the joint. And if you want to put the unmasked heads on, just be careful, because the hair is very sharp and will stab at your finger. And then we will put on the helmeted Saiyaman head. But before I continue, for those of you who are curious if the Ultimate Gohan head will fit on this figure here, you can force it, but you're going to stretch the peg hole on the Ultimate Gohan head. If you want to put any of these heads on the Ultimate Gohan body, the ball peg is going to be too small, so it's just going to be on there very loose. So anybody who is curious, there you go. Now before I put on the Saiyaman helmeted head sculpt, I'm going to show you how to swap the faces. So you pull down on the bottom part of the helmet and it pops right off. Pull off the lower portion of the face, take the other one, peg that in, and then just peg the bottom part of the helmet back on, and then just pop it on the joint. And then there you go, as simple as that, to swap those faces and to swap all the heads. So we do get those 4 interchangeable heads and the 2 interchangeable face pieces. And then we also get an extra pair of antennas for the helmeted Saiyaman helmet in case yours break or something like that. So definitely cool to get extra pieces just in case. Then we do get 2 interchangeable forearm pieces, and this is for his left forearm. So we have the one without the device or watch thing on it, then we do have the one with the device or watch thing on it, and this one does come on the figure out of the packaging, and I plan on leaving this one on a Gohan or a Saiyaman, and they're very easy to swap out, just like with their Mark 50 Iron Man. All you do is just peg it in, and it pops right in, and then you kind of just wiggle it or twist it a little bit to unpeg it, and it pops right off. So it's very easy to swap them. It's not scary. I don't feel like anything's going to break or anything like that. So we do get that stuff. And then we finally get 10 alternate hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging, and all the hands are very simple to swap out. Then we do get 2 pairs of karate chippity chop chop hands. So we do get the regular ones where the peg holes are on the top of the hands, and then we do get these ones here where the peg holes are on the palms of the hand. And this is so you could do that stupid iconic Saiyaman pose that he does, which I'm very glad they included those. And then we do get a pair of open palm blast hands. Then we do get a right kind of grabbing type hand, and then a left martial arts stance hand that we usually get with all Goku and most Vegeta figures. And all the hands have some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 10 of them. But anyway, that is all the awesome accessories included with Gohan, I mean Saiyaman. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the greatest hero in the world. To the very top of his helmeted head, looks like he stands about 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And to the top of the bandana head, he stands the same height, 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And to the top of his head on his unmasked heads, it looks like he stands a little bit under 5.5 inches tall. Then to the very top of his spiky hair, it looks like he stands around 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the manga version Cell Saga Super Saiyan Gohan, the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo, Super Saiyan Gotenks, and the Saiyan Raised on Earth Son Goku. And so far, I think he scales really well with the other DBZ figure arts. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Smoke, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. And now there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and we'll go over the cape first. It is on a ball hinge, so you can hinge the cape up, but the more you move it around, the more these pieces kind of move off where the tears are on his gi, but it does hinge up and down. See what I mean? It pops off way too easily, and it can swivel as well, and it does not pivot. So I'm just going to take that off for now because it's going to drive me crazy. So we do get 2 joints. I was going to say something funny about the Britney Spears song because she made a song called Drive Me Crazy. Alright, what am I talking about? We do get 2 joints at the neck here. So the upper neck joint, you could get Great Saiyaman to look up about that much with that joint. Does look down pretty good with the upper neck there. Then you do get a little bit of pivot, and then it does swivel. The lower neck here goes forward and back a tiny bit. So with both joints, you can get him to look directly down, so that is awesome. And he doesn't really look up any further because it gets hindered by his collar on his gi and his helmet there. And then we do get really nice pivot at the lower neck, and then it does swivel as well. So we do get some pretty darn good movement at both those neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso around the abdomen, and you can shift the joint up a little bit, and you can get him to crunch forward about that much. It does go back a little bit better. Then you do get very nice pivot at that joint, and then slight swivel. And then the waist here goes forward and back pretty well. So combining both joints, you get him to crunch forward, not too much actually, but he does go back really well. And then you do get a little bit of pivot at the waist, and then you do get much better swivel at the waist there. Now the arms here at the shoulders, the sleeve pieces are connected by a ball peg, so you can move them all around. And then we do have a butterfly joint, as you can see right there. And I do like that they painted it black. I don't know if they should have painted it green or black. I think it should be green because that's his undershirt, you know what I mean? So we do have a little butterfly joint there. Then you get a beautiful circular motion out of the shoulder. Then the arms do go out to the sides about 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. We do have the true biceps swivel. Then we do have the double jointed elbows that do bend in all the way, so that's definitely good. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Hold on, my nose is itchy. No, I was not picking it. Now for the legs here, you can get Great Saiyaman. A kick forward, pretty much 90 degrees, so that's good. Goes to the back, about 90 degrees as well. Then let's see if Great Saiyaman can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and holy crap, he almost can. So they are getting better with the outward movement for the legs with their DBZ figures. And we do have the hip swivel. We do have double jointed knees that do almost bend back all the way, so that's pretty good. And then we do get the ankle joints, which I feel like they updated because I think you get better movement than the Saiyan armor trunks and all the Vegeta figures. So we do have the swivel there. Does hinge up really well, hinges down pretty good, and then maybe they didn't update the joints because you still don't get the greatest pivot unless you move like the ankle the wrong way, so you're like breaking his ankle there. They need to really work on the pivot for the Saiyan armor boots because it definitely could be much better. And then you do get a nice toe hinge. It's like they can shift up and down. You know what it is? The joint moves forward and back, so it looks like it shifts the joint down. But they do need to work on those ankle joints a little better so you get better pivot out of them. But overall, you're definitely going to be able to get Great Saiyaman in some really nice, dorky, dumb poses like what he does in Dragon Ball Z and even in Super. I think he appeared once as Great Saiyaman in Super, but I'm about to show you some of those corny poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Great Saiyaman. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I definitely have to give it an even 9. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check at Agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find it on there, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Then we do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker, even though they and on the right side here, we do get a few images of the figure. Then we get the oh damn it. Then on the right side, we do get a few images of the figure, the toy animation, warning, bloobity blobbity bloobity blue, and I don't know what the hell happened. I guess I had a brain fart. Damn it. And then on the right side here, or what am the what? And then we do get the left martial art stance type hand. And damn it. So we do get those 4 interchangeable faces and the 2 interchangeable faces. Damn it.